dream falling apart. Tell me why you did it after the promise. Still I can, oh baby, I need your love. Looking so deep in body's ringing light. Habit, it keeps on pounding. Heartbreak, you tell me goodbye. Habit, it keeps on pounding. Heartbreak, you tell me. Habit, heartbreak, it keeps on pounding. Heartbreak, you tell me goodbye.
Hello, it's Rox, and we're gonna start our very first day at Evil Corp's cousin's place. Okay. If you still don't know what Evil Corp is, you're not a real one. I'm just kidding. And also, I apologize to anyone who was commenting yesterday. I know Squid did, and someone named Jazz did, who was new to my channel. I apologize. I only have one monitor to work from. I will try to periodically go back into OBS because I'm trying to... I have it up on my phone, but for some reason the comments don't all make it in unless I refresh. So I'll try my best to keep up. If I don't respond, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just the limited shit I'm working with. Anyway, I was gonna play Persona 3 Reload's, what do you call it, demo? But I need to know what's gonna happen. Let's see. And then I just named her Mel because I don't want to say her whole name. So let's search for Mel. It's been 2 weeks since you were hired. Oh no, it's not my first day. Alright, at least I made it, you know, past week 1. Or 10 whole business days, as Mr. Burgard puts it. It feels strange to think of time in those terms now. Even stranger than 10 days is all it took for your life to change so much. A steady paycheck is a welcome relief from poverty, especially when the first one had more zeros than you expected. But you've barely had motivation to spend a single cent of it, let alone leave the house. Oh, that's real. Your nerves are shot, you barely sleep, you're losing weight in a noticeable non-fitness journey way. Oh, I wish that was my life, come on. You haven't seen nor spoke to any friends, fearing they might have become, or always have been, doppelgangers. Right? Imagine your whole life is a lie. Imagine. You're like, oh no, I really don't know the people around me. It's all been fake. And every time your hand itches, you wonder if it's a Borodinium finally kicking in. Oh, and you're absolutely sick of wearing black turtlenecks. I wouldn't. I love wearing black turtlenecks. You're sure the cheap acrylic is giving you an armpit rash. All sad. Your sole respite from all this misery has been a brand new hobby you've picked up to stay sane. Oh, okay. Let's see. Collecting pirated video games, reading philosophy textbooks, jogging your way back to work and back. I'm inclined to go with the middle one, because this is just kind of who I am. Pirated video games. I'll go with philosophy. Let's see, you don't exactly read them by choice. Your other books were stolen, in that mysterious break-in. Oh, interesting that they left that behind. The leftovers all seem written by rich people complaining about their vapid lives. Oh, of course. Still, they do offer some insight into minds unlike your own. This knowledge might help you blend into SimCorp's caste-like environment. I know that's not how you read it, I just call them SimCorp. Social aptitude 1. Okay. However, despite the fear of replacement driving you to seek out new coping mechanisms, let's see, despite the dread that washes over you every time you step into the building, well, turns out it's actually pretty easy to forget the threat of imminent doom when you're slowly dying of boredom. Outlandish decor and blood-soaked interviews aside, your first 2 weeks at SimCorp were eerily uneventful. You haven't even worked yet, let alone been assigned to a desk or whatever administrative team you're assured definitely exists. You've been locked away in meeting rooms asked to... peruse employee handbooks and attend seminars about workplace culture. The latter are usually hosted by overworked secretaries with better things to do than entertain new hires. Other than yourself, the office is abuzz with panic. People rush by without a word every time you wave hello or seem on the verge of killing sprees whenever coffee machines start running low. With the Radium Ink deal approaching, deadlines are tight, overwork's mandatory, and the stakes for SimCorp's continued future are especially high. Even with your brain reduced to a stew of secondhand stress and corporate bluster, you can't ignore the stakes you're facing. The second that the ink dries on that trade deal, the world will begin drowning in a sea of obfuscation. At least, that's how Elle puts it. The stranger reached out many times since your first impromptu correspondence, asking very, very anxiously if you've managed to track down Mel and prevent Armageddon. Your answer has constantly been a shameful... Carringed? I don't know. No. In theory, it should be easy to track down a receptionist, but you haven't seen her at her front desk since the day you arrived. Maybe she's been on vacation, or maybe she's been too busy supervising prefrontal transplants to smile at visitors. Either way, you are forced to employ some less conventional strategies to track down the tired-looking woman down. Oh, okay. Missing item, computer science specialization. Okay, whatever. Let's see. This will increase my social aptitude, I'm guessing. You made small talk at the coffee dispensers to see if other coworkers knew of her whereabouts. You left post-it notes at the front desk with your phone number. I don't think that's a good idea. You staked out every area in the building, hoping you'd accidentally bump into her. I guess I'll go with the social aptitude one. That seems, normal. I don't know if the employees will talk, but let's see. These kind of remind me of like tarot cards in a way. Okay, refreshing my app just to make sure I haven't missed any messages again. If you've commented and I haven't responded, it's just because I'm working with limited resources. My fucking YouTube app doesn't like to update messages. Very nice. Let's see, your friendly disposition was sufficient to strike up conversations with overworked strangers, but turns out asking about a person's whereabouts in a company that replaces people? Bit of a taboo subject. Thus, your hunt only yielded uncomfortable silences and long-winded stories of uninteresting weekends. Fuck! Damn, that reminds me. I'm working for the first time on a Monday in years, I think. I had to make up some days from work that I wasn't able to go. So I'm like, I have to work on Monday, gross. I'll be with the rest of the 9-to-5ers. Let's see, whether discouraged or embarrassed by your not-so-genius stratagem? I don't know. Elle was quick to propose a foolproof alternative. Ah! That was scary! That scared me! What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Sorry, that scared me. Let's see. SIM card would be hosting a free brunch at the office on Friday. I'm guessing the higher-ups want to keep their staff happy after working them near to death. Oh, okay, we're gonna have pizza or something? But the thing is, they always make these dumb events mandatory, meaning everyone has to be there, Mel included. Oh, okay, that's our in. Knowing her, she won't be staying long. The girl hates crowds with a passion. But this might be our only chance at getting info about how we reached the hive. So scope out the area and track her down. Fast. Alright. And so here you are, standing in line, plate in hand, waiting for your serving of room temperature scrambled eggs. The reception area that greeted you 2 weeks ago is barely recognizable. Its thick shadows and thicker ammonia stench have given way to the glare of heated food lamps. Oh my god. Tinged by the cloying aroma of undercooked breakfast sausage. A small army of employees fill the lobby with a dull roar, circulating between the buffet's unappetizing trays. Wow, I sure feel appreciated as an employee at this corporation. Their cheap party streamers, have been strung between pillars as once unsettling sculptures and plastered over the silver lettering of the company's engraved slogan. Yeah, those words. I forgot what language it was. Was it Italian? I forgot. I don't know. I think it's... yeah, it's Latin. It's Latin. I forgot. Okay. Now there's only congratulations. Whatever. I'm not gonna read that. Your heart aches knowing someone more successful than you was paid to write that misspelled banner long before you were hired. Oh! I didn't notice. Congratulations. Congratulations. Sorry. Oh my god. Eventually, an old lady snaps at you to quit hogging the goddamn serving spoon, knocking you out of your dissociated trance, leaving the tray of eggs behind you. You navigate throngs of hungry colleagues. You struggle not to spill your food as you squeeze between too many people packed together far too tightly. Nell has to be here, somewhere. But picking her out of this horde of identical black turtlenecks is definitely won't be easy. If you're going to find her, you're going to need a plan. Okay, let's see. Physical faculty. Shut up, I know. I'm in bad physical shape. Let's see, Elle said she's antisocial. Keep an eye out for people eating alone. I don't know. Mel has a distinctive smile. Search for someone grinning so hard it hurts. I don't know, I could mistake her for someone else. I don't know. Let's see, review your employee handbook. Maybe it contains a map of employee rest areas. I think that's the smart way to go. Oh, I have to hold it down. Sorry, I forgot. You unfold the booklet, skimming through some old, insipid passages. But there's little of value to see, other than the calculated combination of condescending praise and thinly veiled threats. Seems you'll have to consider a different approach. Damn it! Alright. Okay, let's go with this one then. You're no stranger to feeling uncomfortable at social events, especially since you don't really know anyone who works here other than Obuya. Identifying other folks who feel out of place shouldn't be too complicated. Or so you hoped. Damn it. Really? Maybe she's trying to make herself not found? Maybe they know what I'm up to. And they're like, Mel, you need to hide. So the new hire doesn't get any ideas. Though you quickly discern which SimCorp employees are antisocial or deliberately keeping away from the tighter crowds. The all-black uniforms and widespread physical exhaustion make most faces blur together into a vast vat of anti-capitalist sentiment soup. Narrowed search radius or not, you're still stuck awkwardly zigzagging across the lobby, trying to get a closer look at each soft-faced stranger. And not one appears to be Mel, of course. Cursing both yourself and this company's treatment of its workers, you try to think of another strategy. Still learning about this. Congratulations. Let me get some water. I am dehydrated. Just below the eye-catching congratulations banner, a sickly smiled woman stands. Her hair tied into a dainty bun, her fork picks at a half-empty plate of grapefruit slices. Oh, I gotta eat my grapefruit, I forgot. And baked beans. Ew! 1, I don't like that combination. 2, I hate baked beans. I'm sorry. While her baggy eyes scan the reception room, perhaps hoping to spot a certain someone. Wait, is that her? That sounds like her. I don't know. Could it be she's looking for you? You cross your fingers, hoping her gaze will meet yours by magic. Unfortunately, your life is rather far removed from the convenient tropes of a C-grade romantic comedy. Rather than noticing you standing on your tiptoes and relentlessly waving, Mel breathes a defeated sigh, her forced smile facade altering for an instant. Head hung low, and subpar breakfast in hand, she makes for a nearby elevator, poised to leave the room for good. No, we gotta run after her. Shit, she's getting away. You sprint ahead and try to stop her, but she's already stepped into the lift and begun pressing buttons. You won't make it to the door before it closes, but you need to do something. Oh no! Oh no, these two things are blocked off for me because of the choices I've made. No point in being subtle. Shout her name as loud as you can. That's the only choice I have. Oh no. Uh-oh. Public embarrassment is a small price to pay for a preservation of free will. You take a deep, deep breath. Fill your lungs to bursting with breakfast-scented air. Hold it in as long as you can, and bellow a thunderous, Mel! Your voice cracks into a squeaky cartoon parody of its former self, before trailing into a rasping cough. But the name which crosses your lips still rings out louder than an erupting volcano. The reception room explodes with gasps and stifled curses. Many brunchers dropping their plates, leaving bacon-greased ceramic shards scattered across the floor. Mel flinches in much the same, too busy clutching her chest with desperation of a triple cardiac bypass survivor to even consider leaving it anymore. Hopefully her heart won't burst out of her chest before you can actually talk to her. Catching your breath and trotting toward the elevator, you wheeze a quiet apology to your scowling onlookers. Though they all regard you with universal disgust, they're quick to return to prior conversations or the respective bacon strips. Ah, invisible. Cool. I love that. I wanna mess with the volume real quick. Okay, I don't think that affects that. Okay. I want to increase it. It's a little low, I think. I don't think there's audio on every scene, or, well, not scene, but unlike every section of the game. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna check real quick though. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Okay, it seems to be fine, I guess, to be at this volume. Usually full volume is not the best idea for when I'm doing the games, but it seems like just the volume of this music in general is very low. Okay. Anyway, the receptionist's eyes, or exhausted eyes, light up as soon as you approach. For the briefest moment, her fake smile turns to genuine joy, then to genuine annoyance.
Giacomo.
Oh, huh? What? Wait, I just want to see something. Oh no, turn this off. I don't want that. I don't even know what she said. Anyway, finally, I was beginning to think I'd never track you down. Where have you been hiding? Mr. Burkhardt said you were coming to the office, but I couldn't find you anywhere. Maybe sabotaging us? I don't know. I've been hounding the coffee machines like some bean juice junkie, asking everyone I've met if they've seen the new intern. Do you have any idea what kind of looks I was getting for asking a question like that? Somewhere like this? Well, good to know you're not the only one whose search attempts were a flop. And it's a relief to see us... What? I'm not gonna say her name. To see Mel behaving like a real person for once, despite her berating. There's an undercut of implicit trust to her flustered frustration, an earnestness that could get her replaced were it known to the wrong colleague. Okay, let's see. Admit you've been struggling to track her down too. Apologize for the trouble without mentioning your own mishaps. Pick the first one. You confess your own screw-ups, which reassures the receptionist. Nothing like mutual assured stupidity to boost one's crumbling confidence. Then, as if suddenly remembering where she is, Mel's mask-like smile stretches across her face once more. Ugh! God, it's never gonna stop scaring me. You walk up to someone and they smile like this to you. What do you do? What do you do? Oh my god. Creepy. Well, regardless, I'm quite pleased to see you've officially joined the SimCore family. You see, there's a collaborative task I need your help with. One that an external client is specially interested. Oh my god, specially requested we both complete. That sounds suspicious. In preparation for the upcoming partnership deadline, do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, okay. The woman is speaking in code, communicating through such secretive means. might be the only way to openly discuss L's plan without triggering your microchip's treason sensors. You give Mel a firm nod. The woman smiles harder, glancing about to make sure no one is listening. The employees seem too enraptured by their free meals to care. Glad to know I could count on you for your cooperation. In order to succeed, this task will require us both to have access to the nursery department. That's the official name for what us colleagues refer to as the Hive. We like to have fun around here, you see? Giving things funny names like that? The woman's harrowed force laughed. Oh my god, laugh. Oh my god. It sounds fake enough to freeze your blood. Your heart suddenly feels like it's struggling to pump ice cubes through your veins. Now, the nursery department is a restricted area. That means special employee clearance is necessary to access it. I already possess said clearance, and I've put in a formal request to give you that clearance too. But from what I hear, it's been refused twice for some reason. Ah, shit, they probably know what I'm up to. Uh-oh. Oh no, we were being listened. Someone was eavesdropping. I'm afraid you'll have to blame me for that, my dear. The ice cubes chugging through your bloodstream harden into a single iceberg as a suffocating shadow looms over both of you. Mel's smile wavers as she beholds the horror of what now stands behind you. A beaming, earnest, pure white smile. Oh dear, terribly rude of me to intrude on your conversation unprompted, wasn't it? You have my sincerest apologies. I was investigating a disturbance report when I happened to overhear Miss St. Sands mention your troublesome little certification dossier. Mea culpa for indulging my curiosity unprompted. I think that's like my fault, my bad. You know, culpa means like fault or something like that in like Spanish. Why are they? Yeah, I'm just... Okay. Let's see, Ovoya's booming laughter could almost be contagious if it weren't for his unblinking blue eyes. They bore into your skull and spirit as if searching for every secret your puny mind has dared to hide from him. In a desperate bid to blend in, Mel fakes more laughter in response to Burgard's, but you're too scared to do the same. After all, the way he clamps a hand on your shoulder, squeezing like a bear trap biting off a rabbit's leg, makes it rather obvious who the disturbance really is. Spooked you quite a bit. A few people are shouting like that, you know. Wait. A few people by... Wait. Oh, man, I'm dumb. I think I've slept too much today. You spook quite a few people by shouting like that, you know. There's no outright rule against high-volume speech in this office, but we here at SimCorp expect our staffers to abide by an unspoken code of conduct in the workplace. Profusely apologize. Okay, brush off the accusation and ask why Mel's request was refused. You know what? I don't care. Let's not mince words. I must know. Your goal is to crush SimCorp, not indulge in its leader's fancies. You stand up to Ovoya, ignoring his veiled allegations, to focus on this so-called dossier. The giant's smile doesn't budge an inch at your apparent rudeness, but something about him obviously changes. His ice-blue eyes narrow into slits, their pupils turning to razor-sharp pinpricks. His chest heaves with further laughter, but the sound is softer and devoid of mirth. And through clenched teeth whiter than ivory, he hisses a few chilling words, dripping with anticipation. It seems you're at strike one, friend. Huh? We're at the work site, but I'm not working. This is a social function. Why am I at strike one? Bullshit. Before you can ask what Abuya means, Mel steps between you, preventing the flames from being fanned further. I am terribly sorry, sir. Our colleague here is just impatient. We've both been eagerly awaiting a report on their certification, you see. We really want to do our jobs and make the company proud. Oh, I see. Well, my dear, the reasons for my refusal are quite simple, really. In theory, our new hire meets all necessary criteria for nursery access. Their entrance evaluation score was perfectly acceptable, and a transfer request from the prestigious Miss St. Sans is nothing to scoff at. However, SimCorp's onboarding procedures are very strict and very extensive for a reason. And until every step of that onboarding is completed, I'm afraid I can make no exceptions, no matter how glowing the letter of recommendation. Placing his enormous hand mere inches from the tip of your nose, Abuya begins unfurling his fingers. You get the impression that he's about to crush your skull like an overripe grape. Instead, he begins enumerating a series of names. Encryptology, future-proofing, evaporation, substitution. Over the course of the following days, I want you to shadow the head of each of these departments and perform a few tasks according to their prerogatives. If your performance is acceptable, supervisors have been instructed to provide a certification certificate to endorse your merit. Once you've gathered all 4 certifications, you will be given unrestricted access to the nursery department, or as some people like to call it, the hive. But that's just a playful little pseudonym, of course. We here like to have we like to have fun around here, you see. Giving things funny names and such, don't we, Miss St. Sans? I don't know how to say her name, so I'm just saying it like that. He nudges his pale-faced coworker in the ribs. Ow! He's gonna, hurt her. With a jolly chortle. Mal responds a well-rehearsed artificial cackle, flashing you a half-apologetic, half-terrified look. It seems she has no power to contest this decision. You're stuck between a rock and a report card-shaped hard place. Oh, plain old laziness. Okay, understood. I'll satisfy the other department's needs as soon as possible. This is a major hitch in your plans. And time isn't on your side, but sheer determination has a way of letting you accomplish crazy things. With a courageous nod, you vow to gather every certificate before the Radium partnership is made official. Ah, that's the spirit. I knew that impressive moxie of yours wouldn't let me down. I leave you with the liberty of tracking these certifications in whatever order you please. Miss St. Sans will be able to fill you in on each department's specific quirks. However, she'll need to do so at a later date. Huh? Almost perfectly on cue, Beauregard's elegant gold watch begins beeping like a bomb's countdown timer. You're pretty sure most timepieces of such refined design don't come with inbuilt alarms, but you've learned better than to question SimCorp's convoluted tastes in custom-made tech. Alright, let me refresh the app real quick, in case anybody's commented. Not that I think so, I know my streams are not as interesting, but I don't know. I just wanted to play a game like this anyway. Let's see. My apologies, but duty calls. We have quite a few replacement procedures to complete today. Some poor sod sent the wrong file to the wrong news outlet, and now there's a dozen reporters in need of urgent brain surgery. Oh! You know, if a certain someone could do this... Anyway, might need to cut corners in order to meet quota, but oh well. Sometimes friends and family members are better off forgotten, especially when you work as an investigative journalist. Shall we get on with our day, Miss St. Laurent, or St. Sans? The sickly, pale woman gives a curt nod, trotting to keep pace with his strides. She flashes you a concerned look from behind her top-masked smile, begging you to stop her from having to do this, begging you to hurry up and complete this task before she has to do it again. The best you can do is smile back and mouth a silent promise not to fail. As Avoya boards the elevator with Mel at his side, his eyebrows suddenly quirk with remembrance. Oh, before I forget, I just want to remind you that we're on a tight deadline, what with Radium Inc. about to sign. You'll need to start the certification process next week and earn 1 department certificate per day. Otherwise, we'll be forced to postpone your nursery department access until after the contract officially goes through. Well, we're not gonna wait that long. We need to make sure that we get this done ASAP before more bad things happen. That means no staying up late reading those philosophy textbooks. I know they're delightful reads, but labor must always come before leisure. Excuse me? How do you know that? Are they surveilling me? Oh my, in my own home? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. The man lets out a booming chuckle, but doesn't even blink. His eyes remain transfixed with yours, as though seeing through your false politeness. But before you can ask how the man knows about what you do in your free time, the grillage door snaps shut. Enjoy the rest of your breakfast. Both Avoya and the lift plunge out of your sight, taking Mel with them. All that remains is their absence is the waft of scrambled eggs, and the countless staffers who crave them. Proceed to Monday. Ew, no, not Monday. Ooh, clock is ticking. Your post-brunch Monday morning comes far too soon. The unrelaxing weekend passed you by in less than a blink, and you know exactly why. The countdown to the end of the world has officially begun, and the chronometer is ticking down very, very quickly. Maybe if you stayed in college, you could have gotten a job with lower stakes, like supervising a thermonuclear reactor with severe uranium leaks. That said, you don't let it discourage you. I'll agree that the circumstances are far from ideal, but they did insist that the end of all free thought can still be prevented. Not much of an endorsement, but better than nothing. You arrive at the office bright and early, relieved to see a bunch of trays and banners removed from the reception area. The room's bleak Art Deco majesty is mildly undetermined by the lingering smell of subpar bacon that the ammoniac cleaner has failed to wash out. You head toward the elevators, consulting the nearby map, which lists codes to access each floor. The names of SimCorp departments have been listed next to each one. Let's see. Encryptology, future-proofing, evaporation, substitution. And of course, the ever incrustable? No, incrutable? Fuck, I don't know what that means. Or what that says. Damn it! Why are they using all these fancy words? Okay, the nursery. Whatever. You need to collect all 4 certificates to find out why it's called the Hive, and you'll need to get it done in 4 days or less. After all, the Radium Inc. partnership is scheduled to be signed next Monday. Past that point, it'll be too late for L to leak SimCorp's data to the world. That doesn't leave you a lot of wiggle room. Perhaps even though Mel will become more than willing to expedite the substitution process, you have no idea what to expect from the other supervisors. Only one way to find out. Taking a deep breath, you pick your first battle in the war for certification. Where will you go? Okay, let's see. What is this? Question mark, question mark. Alright, B1, substitution. 1F, question mark. Okay, evaporation in cryptology. Future-proofing. Kind of interested in future-proofing. Can I go there? Oh, okay, I have to hold it down, I think. Okay, I'm gonna refresh chat just a minute here, or a second here. Just in case. I'm trying not to miss comments if anybody's there. Okay, let's go. The future-proofing department. In your brief time at this company, one thing that has always stood out for you is the office's tomb-like silence. Very rarely will you hear people chatting, apart from the reception lobby. The background hum of computers, omnipresent in any other office, is completely absent here. Even the sound of a creaking doorknob from 2 whole halls away, or an echo of your footprints, can be startling in this quiet place. It's no surprise, then, that the first thing you notice about the future-proofing department is how weirdly loud it is. I'm gonna drink some more water. Grillage doors slide open, revealing an open-concept office space, which seems to be an awkward mix between a stock market and film set. Headset-wearing employees yell at massive CRT televisions hanging from the ceilings, which display ever-fluctuating statistic graphs of every shape and color. The walls are lined with glass-doored boardrooms, filled with endlessly flashing camera shutters, while dozens upon dozens of overworked interns wheel about hand trucks stacked full of film set equipment. What is this place, though? Honestly, hectic as the scene is, it's a little comforting too. This is a lot closer to what you first expected when your aunt told you about the job. It feels almost normal, despite the uncanny resemblance to a period piece about unsavory advertising firms. But you work at SimCorp now, and that means you can't ever have anything remotely nice anymore. The more you learn about this place, the worse it'll likely get. Despite the business-based pandemonium unfurling before you, your gaze quickly drifts to an imposing set of double doors at the far back. It's the only room in all foolproofing that seems built from opaque materials, designed with both status and privacy in mind. You'd bet your modest paycheck that this is where you'll find the supervisor, and by extension, the certification you need to enter the hive. All you have to do is cross a minefield of turtleneck-wearing shareholder-serving zombies without getting crushed under their profit-driven stampede. Easy, right? Let's see, march through the angry mob? Maybe you should come back later. Nah. Fucking bum rush this shit. It's not like these people will get calmer as the radium... Damn it. Ah! Sorry. Like, knocked my phone. It's not like these people will get calmer as the Radium Inc. deadline approaches. You'd rather confront a rowdy workforce than risk existential extradition. Puffing your chest, you step out the elevator and stride toward the other end of the department. Thankfully, the turtleneck-wearing masses are too enraptured by their urgent work to pay you much heed. Most don't even look at you, even when you barrel through their tightly clustered, shouting matches. It's not exactly easy, mind you. A lot of people are high on some anabolic level cocktail of adrenaline and managerial blackmailing. You need to move very slowly to avoid near-fatal collisions, with many sprinting future-proofers. One employee in particular, a squat old lady, bumps into you, dropping a stack of important paperwork. As you kneel to help her pick them up, she shoos you away, claiming her boss doesn't want anyone reading spoilers for the upcoming replacement of a Nobel Prize laureate? Is that how you say that? You're not sure how that related to her documents, though. The few sheets you saw only displayed projections of declining birth rates and anticipated fluctuations of a local population's xenophobia levels. In fact, the further you trudge across the room, the more incoherent sights and unsettling snippets of conversation you're exposed to. All of them related to fine-tuning public perception of SimCorp's meddling. Okay, let's see. Near the televisions, in a meeting room, at a photo shoot, even by the phones. Hang on, I need to blow my nose. Okay. Let's get the photo shoot. Vintage Polaroid camera snapped pictures of an actress receiving fake cocaine from a man dressed in a a man dressed as a well-known politician. Damn. Talk about doctoring images. This is like way worse. A director keeps telling her to pose more naturally. This is security camera footage, not cinema. Okay. Let's check out by the phones. Staffers practically throttled themselves in the rotary phone's coiled cords. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Trying to answer, or both answer and dial multiple calls at once. Each employee seems involved in a heated conversation with the statistician team that's struggling to create a worldwide recession without fully collapsing the economy. Oof. That's... You know, this, like, makes me scared to know, like, what was going on, you know? And, yeah, you know. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see, I looked at this. Let's look at near the televisions. People scream over earpieces for the narrative team to adjust projections, all while watching graphs fluctuate in real time. Each chart appears to monitor some unusual statistic ranging from global spending habits on contraceptives to political radicalization across age demographics. Okay. In a meeting room, employees crowd around a whiteboard overstuffed with bullet points and crude Sharpie illustrations of an exploding aircraft. Okay, I need to know when they made this game because it sounds like everything that's going on right now. Okay. More water. They seem to be storyboarding a horrific plane crash and agreeing about the death toll needed for it to qualify as horrific. Oof. Okay, in a meeting room? Oh wait, no, I already saw that. Near the televisions. Okay, yeah, I looked at that. Okay. I just want to click on this one and then see, because I don't know why it's like structured like this. Maybe to like kind of break it down. So I don't feel like it's like, oh, like whatever I look at, that's my choice. Anyway, part of you is relieved to know that even a team this big can barely stay on top of SimCorp's constant post-truth. What? Yeah, this is very, well, it does have literary in the title. This is very literary. Super Sherry? I don't know if that's even how you say it. Another part is terrified to realize these high-strung, sleep-deprived people are the only bits of flimsy tape still keeping Modern civilization's desperate bits from coming unstuck and collapsing. But hey, that's just showbiz, baby. Terrible, terrible showbiz. Okay. At last you arrive before the imposing double doors. From up close you notice that they're made of heavy bronze and are full of decorative... What? Pharisees? I don't know how to say that. God damn it! God damn it, this game! But each side has a different flourish applied to its surface. The left is adorned with a bas-relief of music notes, quills, film reels, and dramaturgy. Is that what this is? Masks? I don't know. A panel in the center reads Beatrice Corte, Real. Senior Future-Proofing Supervisor Narrative Team. The right features mathematical symbols, strings of binary code, and DNA helixes. Its panel reads Felicity Smith, Senior Future-Proofing Supervisor, Statistician Team. Or Statistician, sorry. Is that? I don't know. I know what it means. I know what it means. It deals with statistics. You're barely reminded of a famous sculpture you've heard about in college. The Gates of Hell by Auguste? I don't know. Rodin. Hopefully, something different awaits you beyond this particular portal. Because judging by the muffled chatter overheard inside both these supervisors are currently engaged in a less than civil disagreement. Okay, let's see. Etiquette is a waste of time. Enter uninvited. Okay, yeah, totally. Just crash. Okay. Knock politely and wait to be let in. There's a document labeled urgent tucked under the door. I don't know. I'm interested in this. The papers are stained by multiple shoe prints, as though left to rot on the floor for weeks. Stamps reading high risk and level Z3 cover-up protocol overlap in a jumbled mess of red ink. Yet it's the portrait of an obviously alcoholic clown paperclip to the first page that confuses you the most. Oh. I think I'll just... yeah, I'll just be low-key. You rap your knuckles against the bronze, hoping the two will hear you over one another's insults. Yet the force of your modest knock somehow pushes the doors open, wordlessly beckoning you inside. Whoever set these hinges used really good oil. Oh, she's pretty. Goodness gracious, darling. You mustn't leave the portal to my atelier so atrociously agape. My muse requires silence to percolate her inspiration. I don't know, I probably read it wrong. Whatever. Oh, piss off. The only thing your muse needs is a dog muscle. Or better yet, a botched hysterectomy. Now you! Get in here and close the goddamn door so I can hear myself fucking calculate. Damn. Chill. Whatever you say, new bosses. You slam the office door shut with a deep, bone-rattling gong. As your skull is left vibrating, oh god, by the low-toned reverb, you step inside the strange room whose decor is much like the gateway, is split into two distinct tabs. Okay, let's see. Left and right. Oh, never mind. Let's see, the left is quirky and colorful, and under the purview of a theatrical individual. The right, meanwhile, is cold and purposeful, much like its muscular overseer. Let's look at this one. Let's see. Printer-based adding machines, the size of truck engines, emit a seizure-inducing amount of rapidly flickering lights. Other than that, the walls are gray, the floor is plain, and there's not a single trinket decorating the supervisor's crowded desk. Huh? The beer-bellied woman's face looks sterner than an unhappy slab of granite. The sleeves of her turtleneck have been ripped clean off, revealing an even sturdier-looking set of vascular biceps. One arm is covered by a sleeve tattoo depicting a novel-length math equation. The wrist thick fingers... Wait, huh? Damn. Really? They're that big? Why are they obsessed with size? Attached to it are busily... sorry. Adjusting an abacus. Clicking beads, and fine-tuning the knobs of air traffic control equipment. Who uses one of those anymore? Yeah, the left is colorful and quirky. As countless scrolls and leather-bound books lay stacked together like incomplete brickwork, illuminated by stage lights above. Upon each pile rests countless I think that's what it says, crystal accessories similar to those featured in homeopathic soul-soothing scams. Under the purview of a theatrical individual, a woman, or a disturbingly thin woman, dressed in unflattering femme fatale fashion and even gaudier gemstone jewelry, sits in the middle of it all. Like a tacky dragon atop its gussied-up hoard. Her hands deftly wield a brush and gouaches, painting a photorealistic newspaper cover story. Okay. The headline announces the arrest of a multi-level marketing guru. They probably deserved it. Fucking MLMs. They're disgusting. Beatrice and Felicity, you presume? At least you have no trouble telling them apart. Oh, okay. My. I don't think I've ever had the privilege of encountering you before. Darling. Would you happen to be the new hire? That strapping hunk of a man Burgard mentioned. Why did they have to... It made her look so masculine. I mean, not that there's something wrong with that, but... I don't know. Interesting choice, is what I'll say. Let's see. And if you are, what the hell are you doing here? I already told him we don't have time to onboard some probation period dipshit. I'm too busy getting to the fact that B is wrong through her thick skull. The bitch is denser than depleted uranium. How rude! I'm here creating a masterpiece that will be remembered for generations, and all I hear is ingratitude. You know I can't rush perfection, you dull-witted warhog. Yeah, well, I sure as shit can't rush your post-term abortion. Oh, god damn, what the fuck? And I don't care what you think. The numbers don't lie. And they're telling me that your masterpiece is a load of horseshit. Damn. Felicity is an asshole. As if driving the point home, a large woman points to a bulky computer sitting smack dab in the middle of the dichotomous workspace. Judging by its placement, both women are forced to share it on a daily basis. A cruel and unusual punishment indeed. The punishment is only made crueler by how unintuitive the massive device looks. It resembles a coal-powered microwave more than a desktop and uses a flight stick instead of a mouse. Either way, the huge computer's low-resolution screen appears to be displaying a particularly prickly problem neither supervisor agrees on. Before you can ask about the issue in question, both women resume their shouting match at cochlea rapturing volumes, their insults growing ruder with each successive back and forth. Only after several minutes, when they're forced to catch their breaths, you're given an opening to state your case. Let's see, say you're here for certification, can't wait until... or you can't leave until you get it. Okay, get on their good side by offering to solve this disagreement. Somehow I feel like it doesn't matter what choice I make, it's always wrong. I don't care about getting on their good side. I am here on a mission. Okay, let me refresh comments again, just in case. Okay. You're not exactly threatening to stay here until you're given what you want, but neither do you intend to back down before collecting your prize. At first, both women seem to despise you taking advantage of the situation, but then they simultaneously seem to decide they can take advantage of you. You need a future-proofing certificate, huh? Well, we do have a couple of those lying around somewhere. But you're gonna have to scratch our backs before we start scratching yours. Indubitably, my dear. After all, what good is recognition without the merit of it being earned? The pair breaks into a shared fit of muffled laughter, trading snide glances with each other and devious glances with you. Maybe this was a bad idea. Let's see. On a scale from fucking squat to fucking everything, how much do you know about the future-proofing department? Fucking diddly squat. You unfortunately land squarely in the squat end of this particular spectrum. Felicity seems displeased by the news, but her partner merely smiles, albeit condescendingly. No need to be embarrassed. Even the greatest postmodernist icons in history started from nothing, although some did graduate past the finger painting level. Wow. To put it in pedestrian terms, our department is charged with two particular mission statements: delivering results and maintaining narrative. Okay, I see. Oh, okay, I see. Instead of, what do you call it? Oh, what do you call it? Proofreading? Okay, they're saying future proofing, so they are, like, controlling the narrative of, like, a future event, or to influence the future of, like, public perception of a particular issue. I think that's what it is. I wish it was a little bit more interactive. Like the, what do you call it? Not the demo. Like the Steam page kind of made it seem like it was going to be a little bit more interactive, but I guess I was wrong. I am interested in the story, though. I just wish that I could actually do things in it. You see, SimCorp management always has set goals in mind whenever they replace a member of society. Sometimes it's to ensure a person becomes a musician instead of a mechanic to worsen the labor shortage. God damn! That's evil! That's evil. Yeah, so manipulating the future. Okay. Other times, it's to have an open-minded politician become intolerant, thus restricting a nation's immigration policies just enough to maintain a declining birth rate. Oof. Too close to home. Alright. Well, that's unsettling. How are you supposed to tell which global crises and which acts of social activism are genuine when SimCorp could literally have a finger in every pie? They're obsessed with pie in this game, and fingers in pies. That would be a funny thing to quote. Especially when you've never even suspected this company's influence until now. The more you think about it, the more impossible the concept of objective truth seems to become. Oof. Now, regardless of context, the storyline around each replacement needs to be needs to plausibly convince the world's population without including plot holes that could create suspicion of SimCorp's existence. Wait, do people not know SimCorp exists? Or the way that it operates, maybe? I don't know. And that's where artists like me come in, drafting scenarios, storyboards, and scripts for paid actors to fine-tune the public's reactions, and by extension, their ignorance. Felicity and her goons, meanwhile, fine-tune the results, making sure we reach company projections down to the exact decimal, whether it involves municipal election turnout or international military spending. Glorified bookkeeping, really. Too boring to be worth blithering about, compared to what I do. Like a puppet master perfectly pulling a doll's strings, we make sure absolute logic and ultimate emotion work in hand to sway an audience exactly as our employers demand. Oh, piss off. I work hand in hand. You work head and ass. God, they fucking hate each other. Get a room. Now quit being so fucking flowery and speak plainly. We need practical solutions, remember? The skeletal supervisor gives her colleague a look of extreme loathing, biting back an insulting comment that tickles the tip of her tongue. As you may have inferred, disagreements are quite common in our line of work. Statisticians are so upset with hitting their projections, they often threaten to ruin our multimedia storyline plans. And these goddamn egomaniacs are obsessed with jerking themselves off over thematic resonance, that they jeopardize every metric we've got for the sake of a cliché plot twist. Now that's where you come in, tiebreaker. You're a neutral third party who can solve today's debate and decide which route our latest future-proofing case should take. Statistical precision or artsy-fartsy indulgence. Tiebreaker, huh? Looks like you may have bitten off a little more than you can chew. Too bad you have to finish your plate if Al's plan is going to work. Damn it. I need to blow my nose again, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Tiebreaker, huh? Looks like you may have bitten off a little more than... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, let's see. Fine. What kind of tie do you need me to break exactly? What if I don't want to solve your disagreement? Can't you settle this like adults? Okay, college dropout. Response. No offense, but are you sure I'm qualified for this? Clinical depression, missing trait. Plain old laziness. I don't really want to answer that way. Alright, I'll agree for the sake of having this job work. Alright. Considering how complicated and stressful future-proofing work seems, a simple black and white choice seems like a walk in the park, world-ending stakes aside. Plus, a little gung-ho boldness can only improve your standing with these women. Until you throw one under the bus, anyway. That's the fucking spirit. Come here, let me fill you in. The lead statistician's computer chair creaks beneath her imposing girth as she wheels over the computer at the center of the room. Rather than a mouse and keyboard, she gestures to a joystick, the same kind that a pilot might use to control a plane. Now then, you've got to use the subpar dildo. Sorry. Okay. You gotta use this subpar dildo of a controller to operate the future-proofing mainframe. You won't have admin rights, access top secret files, but at least you'll get to read the projection proposal reports. They're the documents that outline the specific targets of our latest future-proofing project. Or that our latest future-proofing oh god, I can't fucking read. There should be a few annotated comments in there left by me and Beatrice, outlining stuff that our teams absolutely need to succeed. You should be able to tell them apart pretty easily, because mine actually makes a shred of sense. What my utter buffoon of a compatriot failed to mention is that there's also a projection visualizer. You can use it to adjust different components of an initial proposal to evaluate how certain changes would affect our results. Okay, it makes sense. You just want to, go through the scenarios and see, what the effect will be. And just in case you'd care to bring a hint of sensitivity and nuance to the discussion, like a certain someone, you're also free to approach us with questions if you ever care for a more passionate explanation of our concerns. Once you feel like you have all the facts, come find us and announce which team's request gets priority. Narrative or statistician. You're welcome to argue for an alternative, but it better not be a stupid fucking suggestion. Either way, once you prove I'm right, I'll give you a future-proofing certificate for your troubles. You absolute strumpet. Bribery is completely unacceptable in our office. You don't know what Obuya will say if he finds out about this. That being said, if you take my side in this affair, I'll gladly provide a future-proofing certificate of my own. Not to mention my eternal gratitude for feeding this insensitive slob of a thick slice of humble pie. Wow. They hate each other. I mean, either way, I'm still gonna get it. Both women give each one the last death glare before storming back to their respective sides and resuming their confounding work, which leaves you completely alone and alarmingly uninformed. On the one hand, it's not like you need to know everything before picking a side. You could just flip a coin and be done in a snap. On the other hand, there is a good chance that you'll thoroughly piss off the losing supervisor by making such a major decision on a whim. And you don't want someone who helps dead replacement victims remain undiscovered as an enemy, especially when you have no idea how much collateral damage your choice could entail. Okay. You could always butter them both up to minimize your odds of starting a blood feud, but considering your particular skill set, you'd better prepare for the worst rather than the best. Either way, you can't afford to walk out of here without certification. Best get deliberating. Oh shit. Wait, how do I, look at the... Oh, okay. Alright, good thing I have a touchscreen because I have no idea how to do this on... with the mouse and keyboard to, slide it. Let's see, go learn more about narrative from Corte Real. Despite her abusive vocabulary, Smith seems like a wise leader. Get her input. Head to the future-proofing mainframe. Its files might provide answers. It's time to announce your verdict as tiebreaker. Okay, search the documents strewn about in the office. In between, head to the future-proofing mainframe and search the documents. Let's go to the mainframe. Entering the mainframe. Alright. I wish it was real. You approach the awkwardly archaic computer, fumbling with its deliberately cumbersome controls until you find a way to turn it on. As the tiny screen alights, you grab hold of the joystick and prepare to scour its suspicious contents. Okay. Oh, shit! Oh! Okay, finally! Finally, I get to do something in this game. I mean, I should have known from the fact that it says literary in the title of the game. But still. Anyway, alright. Felicity files, Beatrice files with the heart, projection visualizer, shut down future report text, trash. How about we trash all the files? No, just kidding. Could I? Can I search the trash? Alright. Always check the trash. What the? 0011001. Let's read the whole thing. No, just kidding. Ah, god damn it. It's just code. I think it would make sense to look at this. Let's see, to future-proofing department from blank blank deceased. Oh. This person's been, disappeared. Let's see, subject, future-proofing case 00499-R, second follow-up. Good morning, ladies. This future-proofing request comes directly from the new head of substitution, Obuya Burgard. Unfortunately, due to a major encryptology department oversight caused by Mr. Aguilar, his lobotomy appointment has been scheduled for redacted date. There's been another significant office-wide data leak, which includes confidential company information. It is imperative that we contain the spread of misinformation. Misinformation? We're like way beyond that. With this game, we're like way beyond that. Based off of what they do. Prior to the Radium Inc. merger signing on redacted date. Okay. Today's target is redacted. Okay. A known Romanian whistleblower who has been illegally divulging leaked SimCorp data to the public. Ooh. Someone has to leak the data. I don't know. Though people mostly view her claims as paranoid conspiracy theorist ramblings, so far, she's attracted a rather large following of political dissidents, who believe some Illuminati-esque organization is controlling their government from the shadows. We've already commissioned a doppelganger to replace Redacted, and testify in court that her claims were pure publicity stunts. Your job, however, is to further discredit her claims by killing all her known supporters and making the SimCorp leaks retroactively look nonsensical. Through historical revisionism strategies, look nonsensical through historical revisionism strategies. God damn it. Alright. Be sure to do so at no greater cost than redacted USD. Holy shit. That is a lot of money. I guess it pays to be corrupt. As our coffers are running twin with the pre-partnership expenses. Also, this goes without saying, but for the love of all that is holy, please try to communicate with each other this time. If Beatrice accidentally doubles the death count for drama, or Smith cuts corners on assassinations to fit the budget again, I'm pretty sure Mr. Burgard will be cutting me. Be sure to double-check the projection visualizer and to submit your report notes for approval. Good luck and Godspeed. Redacted deceased. Oof. So they've been doppelgangered? I guess. Okay. Okay, so we should look at the projection visualizer. Okay. And they want to make sure we're balanced between doubling the death count of, like, killing the dissenters or whatever, or the supporters of this Romanian Romanian whistleblower. Okay. And also make sure that it's, like, not too, like, to the T with budgets and, like, not kill enough people, I guess. Okay. Okay, and then the doppelganger is going to testify in court that it was a publicity stunt, like the whistleblowing. And what we have to do is to further discredit her claims, okay, by killing supporters. Okay. Let's look at the projection visualizer. What the fuck? Man, I don't know how to read this. Violence. Hack 5. Media coverage deactivated. Suggested course of action. Maximize global deception ratio without jeopardizing the department's budget threshold. Fatalities. Time frame. Wait, do I have to adjust this? Okay, that's in the red. Time frame. Okay, so let's see, the global deception ratio would be the blue one, and the budget thresholds should be the yellow one. Violence. Hack. Hack 5. Oh. Media coverage deactivated. Okay, that wouldn't be right. How do we balance this? Maybe like that? Shit. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe there's like 5 scenarios that could fit? Damn it. I need help. Hey Chris, how's it going? Oh, it's not new. I just don't use it as much because, like, someone, like, used a slur. One time when I had this one out. But how are you doing? How's it going? I'm just here trying to figure out what the fuck this means. Let me look it up. Inhuman resources visualizer. Yeah. Let's see. What am I supposed to do? Game. Shit, I'm not really sure what to do. Human resources walkthrough? Let's see. Do they have one? Cause I'll be fucked if they don't have one. Damn it. I don't want to watch a video, Sorry. Shit. But I hope you're doing well, Crits. But am I actually supposed to do anything, or do I need to leave this alone? Why? Well, there has to be fatalities. Whether I like it or not. Okay, that makes it worse. Okay, so not too many fatalities. Let me turn off the violence. Ah! Oh, well, we want global deception to go up. How am I supposed to accomplish that? The violence. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch a video because I have no idea. Shit. I don't actually know if I'm supposed to do something about this. Okay, bear with me. Let's see, see how many hours in until they get to that part. Precise seeking. No! No! No, no! I don't want to go. Fuck. Let's see. Oh no. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So the lines have to overlap? Right. I'm not in my video right now, so, I'm not into my live stream right now, so I can't see any comments if I'm getting them, but anyway. Oh. Do I have to have violence clicked on? Okay, maybe not. Okay. Let's try this again. I need to have them overlap. No. No? Okay. Okay. Ah! Maximize global deception without jeopardizing the department's threshold. I mean, I did what they did in the, what do you call it? This video. Okay, let me look at the other files. I guess. Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, grids. I only have one monitor, so I can't really keep track of comments, unfortunately. And I'm like trying to watch this video as well. Sorry. What happens if you turn off violence? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's why I'm watching a video to figure it out. Oh, you should go to sleep. You need to go to bed. Why are you awake? That's not a good idea. Unless you don't have work tomorrow, then I guess you're good. But sorry, I'll try to keep up with the comments as much as I can, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I do need to watch a playthrough, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm just gonna click out of here and look at this. Let's see. Hi there. Looks like you're trying to erode the increasingly fragile fabric of society. Luckily, Simport is here to help. Designed in partnership with Radium Inc., our partnered future-proofing projection visualizer makes calculating the optimal approach to existential retconning easier than ever. No more pesky trial and error genocides or just hoping a political coup. yields the required metrics, just adjust your scenario parameters to accurately evaluate your efficiency levels in advance. We hope you enjoy this product, and always remember, killing yourself does not stop us from doing what must be done. Oh my god, have fun! Alright, let's see. Visualizer components. Global deception ratio represents how effectively your scenario will prevent normal people from noticing company interference in human affairs. This value must always remain above the upper line. Budget threshold represents SimCorp's financial assets required to complete the scenario. This value must never go under the lower line. To adjust the visualizer values, please tweak the following parameters. Fatality slider adjusts the projected scenario's death toll. Time frame slider adjusts the projected scenario's completion length. Media coverage slide adjusts the projected scenario's fake news roadmap size. Violence button turns off the scenario's explicit violence features on or off. Okay. Control demographic button turns the scenario's audience exclusivity features on or off. Notes and parameters may be deactivated at the discretion of your direct supervisor. To reactivate these features, please consult Felicity Smith and Beatrice Corte-Real, or increase your technological literacy. If you cannot reactivate these deactivated functions, which is very possible, please proceed according to your supervisor's instructions. Okay. Sorry, I'm going back into... Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, I get how it works, but, like, I can't finesse this shit. Alright. Let's look at Felicity's files. Okay, she has a picture of herself. Alright, text, message. Let's see, hey team. In regards to Beatrice's future proofing proposal, we are not going to kill that many people. We are not going to turn their deaths into a publicity stunt. We are not creating a multi-billion marketing campaign to justify one measly fucking doppelganger. I mean, fair, yeah. If you want to stay on budget. And we're not going to let that string-bean shit-talker usurp my authority, oh god. I need to learn how to work together. The department is still struggling to recoup the funds we wasted on Cortez Real's last stunt. And I can't afford to have more statisticians quit on me the week before the merger. That means we turn off the violence button. Okay, got it. That's what I did. We guarantee low fatalities, okay, and give ourselves the biggest time frame possible to ensure that we can coordinate this case properly. I don't care how many corners those fruit baskets in narrative have to cut. I'm keeping us above the budget threshold this time. End of story. If Beatrice complains that this isn't fair, or that this compromises her artistic vision, or that this unconvincing alternative could result in an unintentional nuclear holocaust, well, she's probably right. But just tell her to piss off and do your jobs. We have deadlines to meet. Also, whoever complained to HR about my vulgar language, what the fuck? I'm not gonna say that. Girl, pussy, you fucking balls. Alright, fine. Let's see Beatrice's files. Oh, shit. Me. Okay. Artwork. WIP. What the fuck? What is this? Floor map. PNG. Okay. Looks like a theater. Okay, extra notes, notes narrative. Okay. Hello, darlings. Beatrice here. Regarding future-proofing case 004911-R, I've already decided on the perfect story to tell for this assignment. In order to discredit, redacted, and exterminate her loyalists in one fell swoop, we'll be altering existing news reports, found footage, and family photos to make it seem like she was a woman who went utterly mad after the death of her son, after which she became the leader of a deranged, bloodthirsty cult preaching nonsense about the shadow government. The assassination of her followers will thus be concealed under the guise of mass public suicide. Wait, a mass public suicide she herself requested. And I do mean a mass suicide. Oh god, we're talking about thousands upon thousands of deaths in an in an explosive spectacle Eastern Europe has never seen before. Except for that one time. Oh my god. Yeah, she is like way on the other side. She's bloodthirsty. Not only will this guarantee an extremely high global deception ratio, but it will make for a truly poetic tale of heartbreak and lost purpose. Remember, everyone, nothing makes people pay attention like violence. We want high fatalities in a short time frame to really make people pay attention. It's the only way to make them forget what really happened and to have them embrace our version of truth. Also, please ignore Felicity if she complains that this plan is too expensive. Yes, we're essentially tripling the initial death toll. Yes, it will put us over budget, but we need this plan to work or it could jeopardize the entire Radium Inc. contract. If not Occidental democracy itself. Okay. Remember, no cost is too great to compare. Oh my god. To create compelling art. Much love, Beat. Okay. Extra notes. God damn. Alright, notes. Medical overdose. Oh my god. Too cliche and overdone next. Guns to the head. Also overdone. Chainsaw fight to death. Very visually striking, but a bit 1985 for my taste, okay? Synchronized self-lead. Oh my god! What the? Sex orgy gone wrong. What the fuck? Damn, this is crazy. As they claim data leaks were fake. Don't kill anyone. Whoever suggested this, you're fired. Expect your letter of resignation and lobotomy appointment confirmation on my desk by 5 p.m. tomorrow. What the fuck? Well, that's wild. Anyway. Okay, let's go back. Shit. Alright, I have no choice. I gotta try to figure this out. I just wanna see what this person in this video did. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Okay, they're playing around with the visualizer just like I did. Okay. Okay, can you get to the part where you figured it out? Like me. What? I did that and it didn't work. Is it like really finicky maybe? Oh wait, they say... I think they said the yellow line should not go below. Okay. And the time frame, let's increase it a bit. Ugh! This is hard to see. Okay, both have to be just above that line, it looks like. Okay, let's try again. Okay. One. Oh no, more time. Why is this not working? Oh. Am I getting the fatalities wrong? Okay. try that. No? I know I'm doing what they did, but it's not working. Wait. Oh, let me see where the visualizer with the time frame. Okay, it's kind of on the A, looks like in the video. Ah! No. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that's definitely not right. Okay, a little bit more. No. Shit, I don't know what to do. So I'm going off of what they did, but it's not it's not working. Well, I wanted gameplay and now they give me this confusing ass shit. Sorry, watching the video, AFK. I don't know how the fuck they got this right. This is bullshit. See how much fatalities. Okay, maybe a little bit more? No? Come on, throw me a fucking bone. Fuck. I don't know what to do. Is that what I was trying to do? Not what I was trying to do. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Damn. I mean, I'm copying what this person did, but it's not lining up. How finicky is this? Let me look at the notes again. Okay, global deception. Must be above the line. Above the upper line. This value must never go under the lower line. I mean, I know that's wrong, but... I should like highlight in green or something. Cause I don't have violence clicked off, so I can't do that. Damn, this is ass. Let me look again. That's gonna help. Let's see. Okay. Ah! Will it not progress if I don't figure this out? That's what I need to know. This is exactly the same as this fucking walkthrough. Fuck this shit. Session closed. You step away from the mainframe, rubbing pixel-induced visual snow out of your eyes and massaging your aching temples. That machine is a total pain in the ass. And head, obviously. But more concerning is the fact that Smith and Beatrice seem to be telling the truth. As far as you can tell, there's no way to make both future-proofing teams completely happy. Still, that doesn't mean things are completely hopeless. Maybe you could needle Corte-Real and Felicity for more information and use your unique talents to uncover something they overlooked, assuming they have the right skills for the job, of course. Or assuming you have the right skills for the job. Okay. But if you still can't find an answer after all that, you might have to admit defeat and just pick a side. You'll still get your certification that way, and hopefully the supervisor you don't choose to side with won't try to cut your head off, figuratively or otherwise. Oof, alright. Maybe I could search... Maybe try searching the documents. Click. Hey Flash, how you doing? Sorry, I wasn't on my comments. I was trying to look at this, what do you call it? I was trying to look at a video playthrough, but it wasn't working. How are you doing? Are you at work? Or almost out of work? Oh man, I can't see what this shit says. Okay, whatever. It seems like my character is confused. Okay. I don't want to go to the mainframe anymore. Alright, I'll talk to Felicity. Exhausted at the end of my shift was rough. No, sorry. I hope you get some much deserved rest and relaxation. I do some gaming. Let's see, if you're going to be altering mankind's perception of reality in a way that potentially involves mass casualties, you'd rather do so with all the facts at your disposal. You poke Smith's melon-sized shoulder, much like you would poke a sleeping bear, best left undisturbed. The muscular woman rotates her computer chair to face you, all while muttering something unflattering about your mother's choice of sexual partner. What the fuck? Her straight-cut bangs neatly frame her anger-slanted eyebrows. This better be important, tiebreaker. I don't like being interrupted when I'm doing math. Least of all when it involves figuring out how many E. coli cases are needed to make an... Wait, what? Arugula farmer go bankrupt. Holy damn, that's horrible. It's much more than you think, in case you were wondering, especially when that brain-dead dipshit Beatrice gets involved. Okay. You most certainly were not wondering, but agricultural atrocities and harsh language aside, you do have a few questions about the case at hand. Though Felicity's harsh glare furrows more than ever, you notice the corner of her lip quiver as she struggles to hold back a smile. She actually appreciates you getting her opinion. As long as you don't waste my time with stupid fucking questions, you're welcome to ask it whatever you want. Especially if it involves making my job easier and taking Corte Real's ego down a peg or two. Perhaps emphasizing the mean-spirited suggestion, a hunk of machinery behind her whirs in response. The sound strangely similar to a jungle cat's satisfied purr. You have no idea what the fridge-sized device's purpose is, only that Smith keeps glancing at it, as if every blinking light and high-pitched beep were integral to her ongoing equations. Hopefully your conversation will reveal a way to actually do that, without worsening her already delicate rapport with Beatrice, or setting her sights on you instead. Okay, let's see. How did you become a bookkeeper? Okay. What kinds of work does a statistician team actually do? Okay. Regarding future-proofing proposal. Which part is essential for the statistician team? That's enough chit-chat. Thanks, Smith. We'll continue your investigation. I don't think that's a good idea. There's a colorful magazine ad near the abacus. Is that what she's calculating? Curious. Let's see. Smith's hands are torn... Wait. Smith's hands the torn page over with a growl, saying the radium product it promotes has been giving her a bleeping aneurysm, because Encryptology sent triple their allotted budget to overhaul their entire bleeping... Why? Don't bleep. Don't bleep. We like swearing here. Okay. Cybersecurity protocols. You might want to fucking buy one. Okay, whatever. Okay, which part is essential? Blindly fiddling with the mainframe yielded no promising alternatives. You need some more precise guidance to fine-tune a satisfying compromise. Thankfully, Felicity seems more than willing to air her grievances in excruciating detail. A gruntle growl ripples through the supervisor's moose thick neck. Her irritation towards Corte Real palpably swelling. She does not, however, seem irritated at you. If anything, she seems satisfied that you've reviewed documentation before speaking to her, as any true statistician should. Let me put it this way. That stick-bug of a woman creates future-proofing scenarios in the same way glue-huffing high school boyfriends try to have sex. Both keep insisting things will be big, loud, and unforgettable. Instead, they mostly end up disappointing, full of unexplained complications, and finish faster than they started. Oh, okay. See, Beatrice keeps wanting to crank up the casualties and speculate each case to absolute batshit heights over and over again, all while leaving us no time whatsoever to fix the thermonuclear trash heap heap those overscooped scenarios create for us. I don't care if this case ends up more boring than sugar-free oatmeal at a Mormon book club. I need Beatrice to keep this simple for once. Low risk, low expense, and drawn out instead of sudden. Something that gives my statisticians plenty of time to deal with unintended consequences as they pop up, rather than scrambling to fix a million fuck-ups at a time. That, or she should target a limited audience instead of the global appeal bullshit she usually aims for. Ideally, both. Okay. Okay, so she continues her explanation using an increasingly incomprehensible combination of advanced analytical terms and belligerent curse words. It's not every day you hear the words predictive global spatial evaluation system and bath toaster suicide in the same sentence. Holy shit. There might have been a clue in there regarding how to make her team happy during the course of this debate. You may not have the technological acumen necessary to actually exploit that clue. Anyway, nothing's stopping you from just accepting my current projection outright. Hell, I'd argue it's in your best interest. It would make me happy, and it'd make Corte Real absolutely fucking livid. And there's nothing I want more than to see that soap opera skeleton sweat the same way she made me sweat. Now you gotta ask... wait. Now, you got something else to ask? Or are you done talking my goddamn fucking ear off? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Alright. Okay, let's see. Go learn about narrative. Yeah, let's go learn about the narrative. Though Beatrice is currently focused on painting a photorealistic portrait of an unsavory character, you do well to hear her out before passing judgment. You clear your throat, hoping the interruption won't engage the flighty artist. Instead, she seems thrilled to have a spectator. The stick-thin woman whips around, both her plentiful jewels and stiletto heels clicking away, like the brittle bones she seems to be made of. With a dramatic flourish, she gestures to the canvas she's toiling away at, which decrypts a hyper-realistic rendition of a newspaper tabloid's cover story. No need to be shy. Come as close as you want. People ogle in my in-progress portraiture all the time, and I'm grateful for the attention. A masterpiece is nothing without an audience to appreciate it after all. Plus, there's no better audience than an appreciator of the fine arts like you. I can tell you're not some data-driven, algorithm-obsessed ape like my barbaric colleague. That's reassuring to hear, but fine arts might be a bit of a hyperbole. After all, you're reading this story. After all, you're reading this story. Our writer's prose isn't exactly giving Shakespeare a run for his money, no doubt considerable money. Even though Beatrice's artwork is admittedly impressive, you turn down the offer to admire it as politely as possible, desperate not to deflate her full-to-bursting ego. Upon clarifying that you're here to ask about the disagreement, a dark cloud settles over the woman's already thickly shadowed eyes. I suppose I should have suspected as much. Well, I'm flattered that you care enough about my opinion to get it straight from the source, and I'll happily spend as much time as it takes to convince you that my team's approach is superior, particularly if it incentivizes you to take that piggish pleb Felicity down from her high and mighty horse. Ask away, my dear. I'm sure you're just aching to learn more about me and my process. So don't shy away from personal questions. I'd be happy to be an open book for you. One that's very pleasurable to read at that. She's laying the drama on even thicker than the lipstick she's wearing. Still, vapid vainglory and obvious grudge aside, it's clear Corte Real truly cares about the quality of her work, not just the attention it earns her. A pretty understandable concern considering what kind of consequences her oversights could have for SimCorp's existence. With little luck, you find a foolproof way to satisfy her high standards without setting Smith's crosshairs on you instead. Okay. What's the painting about? Let's see, which part is essential? What kind of work does the narrative team exactly do? How'd you end up working as an artist for SimCorp? What is the painting about? Oh wait, let me shift this before I click on it. A rude question to ask an artist normally, but Beatrice seems happy to explain. This headline is meant to distract the public from a different bit of breaking news, covering the death of SimCorp's controversial founder. He got killed? Oh shit. She hands you a copy of the woman's... Oh, she got killed. The woman's obituary, encouraging you to learn more. Oh. Okay, that didn't do anything. You obtained obituary. Borodine? Okay. Maybe this one. What part is essential? Blindly fiddling with the mainframe yielded... Yeah, okay. Good thing Beatrice is eager to voice her extensive concerns in an extremely dramatic fashion. The narrative lead swoons, pretending to faint as she comfortably collapses atop a sofa-shaped pile of leather-bound books. With a twirl of her paintbrush, she points to the future-proof mainframe at the center of the room. No doubt she's seen you fumbling about with the controls, trying to uncover some paradoxical metric combination that would make everybody happy. The kindest thing you could possibly do, darling, is to uncover an unknown variable on that maleficent motherboard that actually gives me hope. I don't know if you've already read Felicity's report yet, but there's no constructive criticism to be found whatsoever. It's just blatant refusal after blatant refusal. She won't let me use violence. Won't agree with high fatalities. Won't even accept my wardrobe choices. I've had more insightful conversations with an emotionally stunted 2-year-olds. I've been trying to convince her of the potential alternatives by using projection visualizer, but the media coverage setting has been completely deactivated, so I can't quite tweak things the right way they ought to be tweaked. I also, may or may have not replaced the reactivation CD-ROM somewhere amid my trinket collection. But that's Smith's fault for trusting me in the first place, wouldn't you say? With visible embarrassment, the skeletal supervisor gestures towards a massive assortment of rings, necklaces, and brooches strewn about her side of the office. Assuming the piles of jewelry are real, there could be a few $100s worth of tacky gemstones and hideously over-decorated gold ornaments for you to sort through. And all of it is glittering, much like the polished underbelly of a computer CD-ROM. Scouring a treasure hoard this big, all in hopes of tracking down a single razor-thin disc, is madness. It would take a sane person a better part of 3 weeks to get through. A scavenger hunt is out of the question. You won't be able to count on that much media coverage feature after all. If Corte Real is to be believed, there must be other visualizer configurations neither supervisor has thought of. If you can find one that makes both sides happy, you might just walk out of here victorious. Though that's assuming such a configuration actually exists. Okay. Is there anything else? No. I'm gonna leave you alone. Alright, Alright, I'll try going back to the future proofing, but I really doubt anything is gonna change. Okay, let's look at the visualizer. Okay, no violence. Okay, increase the time frame. Ah! This is hopeless. Okay, ease up on the fatalities a little bit, maybe? Yeah, coverage deactivated. Doesn't like that. Take the fatalities down a notch. Just gonna... I'm just gonna play with this. Oh, wait. Oh, the budget threshold. Okay, they don't want... Okay. Oh, this is what was in the video, but it's not working. It's not working. Damn it. I'm gonna have to just pick a side. Because I can't figure it out. It said no violence. Why not? Violence, violence, violence. Your turn, okay. I don't think there's anything I missed. Ah! Damn, this is like trying to adjust the temperature of water in the shower. Can it like glow or something to tell me it's right? Yeah, I can't do this. This isn't working. Oh, failure. Oh well. Well, it's not gonna go well, but oh well. Let's see, the room goes deathly silent. Cortez whips around from her painting, splattering gouache onto her books, while Smith's clicking abacus comes to an abrupt stop. You both stare you down like hungry dogs starved, enough to bite off the hand that feeds clean off. As if by coincidence, your microchip palm starts aching. You better have read those reports properly, tiebreaker. I won't be happy if I find out you pulled nonsense out of your ass to defend these morons in narrative. Oh, please. You should be glad they made up nonsense. It's the only way they could ever justify taking the statistician's team side. The mismatched pair exchanges one more vicious look of vile hatred, tempers boiling hotter than ever. No matter how messy the situation ends, it sure as hell won't end quietly. both women finally turn back towards you. Their stares feel like shotgun barrels awaiting an excuse to fire. So, what'll it be? Do those ditzy twats in narrative get to veto this case? Or will the statistician barbarians be wrongfully put in charge? Fuck. Alright. I hereby announce. I think I need more time. No. Support the statistician, support the narrative team, suggest a controversial compromise to make the team happy. I'll go with this one. It's not like you need to play Peacemaker. You'll get your certification either way. But not only does this minimize the risk of being targeted by a sprung supervisor, it also limits the damage this demented department could inflict. What it doesn't minimize, however, is each woman's outrageously offended reaction. The prospect of setting their differences aside. Oh man. Alright, anyway. I beg your pardon. You want me to compromise the quality of my craft, which the entire company depends on for survival? Oh, for this thick a brick brute. Also this thick-faced brute. Wow. Their insults are terrible. Can justify doing less work? There isn't the slightest chance I'll agree to these terms, least of all for her sake. Same here, as far as I'm concerned, it's either my way or the highway when it comes to this case. Besides, I ran the numbers myself. Trying to implement both of our plans at once, as they are now, it'd be a goddamn catastrophe. No shot I'm going to play all lovey-dovey with that dipshit drama queen. Not unless you have some solid, indisputable proof that a functional plan B, that is. No, I don't. There's a lilt, I think it's lilt, of expectation in the lead statistician's voice. An uncharacteristic hint of optimism she's wary to indulge, a hope you might have caught something that she overlooked. Beatrice, meanwhile, isn't nearly so subtle. A dismally thin diva leans forward, brows arched at quizzical angles, lips pursed in anticipation. You'd better show them a proper guarantee, otherwise it might go back to open, outright hostility. Let's see, who needs real evidence? Just make up a convincing story. You need more time to dig up some proof. I think this one. Let's see, dispute resolving evidence doesn't exactly grow on trees, but you don't know enough about botany to be 100% sure. Either way, both supervisors reluctantly acquiesce to your request. They'll both order you to hurry up and pick a winner soon. You just might have to do that if your tree hunt turns up zilch. What? No! Oh my god, am I locked? Am I locked into having to... Oh, this is not good. Okay, I gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. I really hope that I don't have to figure this out in order for the game to progress, because if not, then I'm fucked. I'm like staying within the parameters, but somehow it just is not lining up. I'm gonna yell at these devs. I have multiple notes for them. Yeah, no, I can't. Please, just let me move on with this shit. Ah. Well, I'm gonna go with Felicity. Let's see, though you're not entirely sure why Felicity cares so much about getting her way in this case, you'd rather put the fate of the world in the hands of someone with sharp mathematical acumen. Plus, you're pretty sure she'll beat you black and blue if you get on her bad side. Upon declaring your decision, Corte Real's hands go to her mouth, like a gasping actress from an old film noir discovering her husband's conveniently located carcass. Felicity, meanwhile, pumps her fists and cheers like a ravenous wrestling fan, witnessing the mother of all pile divers. Yeah, eat my ass, B. I told you I was right. Thanks, tiebreaker. You just saved me a lot of headaches. I can't begin to tell you how much easier it'll be to stagger out all these suicides over 5 years instead of 2 weeks. 5 years? Oh no, that's not good. Uh-oh. Well, at least she's happy about it. Maybe a little too happy, in my humble opinion. Before you can decide how to feel about this less than celebration-worthy outcome, the lead statistician slips you something strange. A diploma-like sheet of cardboard, punched with uneven holes. Upon its surface, the words "Future-proofing certification" are inscribed in blocky font. Well, I may have not done it the right way, but at least I got my little diploma. You know? I got my little diploma. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Ah! Certification certificate. If I knew how fucking happy this would make me, I'd have promised you something better. Well, hopefully, this still holds up my end of the bargain. Slip it into the punch card slot on the elevator's control panel once you collect the rest. That should give you unrestricted access to any area in this building. Oh well, at least it pays to be evil in this messed up place. Thanking Smith for her generosity, you quickly pocket the precious punch card. Yet as she begins to offer you a firm-looking handshake, Beatrice holds your turtleneck sleeve. Her painted nails pierce through the fabric as she glares at you with eyes made wide with makeup and wet with tears. Why would you do this to me? Do you realize the consequences of this decision will have? You've just agreed to create an apocalyptic plot hole in one of the company's most sensitive replacement cases ever. And for what? I mean, didn't you read any of the notes I left in that report? As a matter of fact, you did. You even cite a few specific comments left by both supervisors that stood out to you as a way to prove you did your paperwork. Though Corte Real hardly seems happy about it, her grip does loosen somewhat upon learning you didn't make this choice on a whim. You know, dear, I believe you would have chosen differently if you had actually come to speak to me. I would have taught you just how important a good story can be in this line of work. While you did have all the facts, feelings are important in our department too. Oh well, perhaps I overestimated your creative proclivities. I suppose rubes do outnumber the artistes in this office after all. Sheesh, sore loser much? With one final dramatic huff, Corte Real returns to her side of the office, resuming her portraiture with considerably less gallivanting gusto than before. There's a bit more spite to her brushstrokes, a bit more sloppiness to her technique, splattering dollops of gouache. Or gouache. Oh, I've been saying it wrong. Gouache. Gouache is a different word. Onto her workstation's books and scrolls. She appears quite plainly to be ignoring you, much like Smith herself, funnily enough. Yeah, no friends in the workplace. Back to work as usual, you suppose. Considering how quickly they got over the dispute, spats of this scale must be rather common. Maybe you should take your certification and go before either woman decides to make you into the jury for another argument. Okay, let's see. Apologize. Thank Felicity for her support. I'll apologize to Beatrice. I don't want to make enemies. The narrative supervisor responds to your politeness with a petty theatrical. Ugh. Yeah, I should have figured as much. Worth a try. She waves you toward the door, implying that you won't smooth things over any time soon. Heaving the big bronze doors open, you leave the future-proofing office for good. Navigating the nonsensical bustle of the future-proofing area, you fight your way through overworked crowds, unwilling to spend another second in this glorified advertising firm's psychopathic halls. Things could have been a lot worse, all things considered, but you're in no hurry to stick around and find out what the fresh hell these people plan to assign you next. Okay, you clutch at your hard-earned certification close, hoping it was worth it. 1 down, 3 to go. Hopefully... Wait. You really hope the others won't be this hard to get a hold of, but somehow you highly doubt that. You board the elevator and type in the password to access the lobby area as the grillage door snaps shut. The area's deafening... What? Boo-ha-ha-ha-ha. I don't know what that means. Of overworked employees fades into the background. Your skull, meanwhile, keeps booming with this headache of a mess of the day gave you. It seems you need a good long break to fix that tonight. At first you consider watching a trashy high-budget comfort food blockbuster movie to take your mind off of things. But upon further reflection, the last thing you want to do is be exposed to even more soul-crushing revenue-driven projection-based art. Not only has SimCorp committed countless crimes against humanity, but they've also ruined trash-tier cinema, both of which are equally unforgivable crimes. You're more motivated to stop them than ever. Alright, proceed to Tuesday? No. I'm gonna stop there. I wish there was a little bit more to the game. It's a lot more reading than I thought it was gonna be. Interested in the story, but yeah, I definitely have notes for the devs. I don't want to leave it on that note though. I don't think I should play the Persona Reload demo. I know that much because I'm gonna be awake for a long time. I don't know how the demo is structured. I'll leave that for another time. And end while I'm still at a good place to get enough rest for tomorrow. Otherwise, I would have kept going. Yeah, anyway, that was stream. I'm still gonna be looking for more games. This is, these themes are up my alley, but I wish they had integrated it better or constructed it better, in my opinion. I don't know if I'm gonna continue streaming it or maybe just play it on my own. But yeah, very interesting themes indeed. A lot of ethical dilemmas to be had. Anyway, I'm signing off for now, and I'll see you another time. Thanks for everybody who visited, and I hope you take care of yourselves. Bye bye.